I don't want to like get into like what the types are right now. I just kind of want to talk about how my brain operates from day to day, because
why can't they leave me alone? Good night.
Because I have synesthesia and because it's so strong, my brain does not think in words. So I don't see words in my brain. I don't associate things with words. I don't associate people with words. So that's why I have such a huge issue with remembering people's names. If I meet a person, I remember their energy, what they were wearing, how they approached me, how they made me feel, and what color that brought on up. But I never remember their name because my brain doesn't remember words. It really doesn't. It doesn't attach things to words. I don't have a deep connection with words at all. So I don't remember words and numbers very well at all. But I actually was talking with one of my friends, and he was talking about his exes with me, and and he started to like say off their names, and there was like 4 of them, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna remember any of their names or who they're talking about, so you need to give them colors. And then he gave them all colors, and then I remembered every single one of them, and I was like, you mean the purple girl? You mean the orange girl? You mean the blue girl? Like, I could literally still remember all of them right now. Like, I remembered every single color that he told me without fail. So if you give me a color to remember, I will 100% remember that without fail. I remember color, like, that's what I'm saying is I know words because I can talk words into the space, obviously, but my brain doesn't, like, I simultaneously see colors and words at the same time. And because my brain is so connected to colors and textures, and another thing I experience like on the daily is with feelings, I also can get sounds from feelings. Like my brain hears sounds from people's feelings and energies, which it's really hard to explain, because the sounds are sometimes sounds that I've never heard before that I just hear, and sometimes they're really, really high pitched or they're really, really low pitched, and I can't speak them into space. But basically, like, I don't associate anything with words. So like when I was a cashier, whenever I would like handle money, I would I remember numbers in blocks and colors. So like I remember, I'm hoping this makes sense, and I think it does. I think I'm explaining it pretty well. I remember like 10s and 20s, that 20 is blue, and it is a huge 2 blocks of 10s. So I remember 2 big blocks, whatever size a 10 number sum was, like a number, like the amount of $10 was in my brain. I remembered like 2 blocks of 10, and that is how I remembered a $20 bill. That's how I see a $20 bill in my brain. I don't see the letters and numbers $20 bill. I don't see that. I see the blocks of colors, and I see the blocks in my brain of like, these are the blocks, this is the 20, this means a $20 bill. And because I'm a person in the world and in existence, I am blessed with being able to speak. So yes, I can speak words, but I'm saying I don't, like, that's why I have such a hard time remembering numbers, remembering text, remembering all of this stuff. And it can be really frustrating sometimes, and that's another reason why I wanted to start making YouTube videos, because I really wanted to help people with this, because I have done a lot of things that help myself, either on the computer or just like organizing my life in ways so I can help myself. And so, because I also know that with my calendar, and especially my schoolwork, if it's not organized in my synesthesia craziness, I will forget things. I will not thrive like I can. And so that is really frustrating feeling, or I'll get really upset and be really overwhelmed. And if I'm not seeing it in ways that are really important for me to see it, like blocks of colors, like my whole calendar is blocks of colors, and they have to be sectioned out in blocks, and they can't have anything else on them, or my brain will freak out. And or my brain won't understand it, and it'll just be really difficult for me to even like remember that I have something coming up, or just like, you know, it's just like things like that I want to help people with. And yeah, and I already talked about like how colored lighting, it can really affect me, you know, like with I remember everything in blocks and colors and sections, and mostly like blocks. Like I just see blocks in space in my brain, and that's kind of how I associate like chunks of choreography and chunks of text and all of this stuff all of the time. And Another thing that is really cool about me that I think is really awesome is because I don't associate feelings, especially in words. When I'm really mentally like strained, I'll start to get this specific image, and I can tell when I really need help based on what images I'm seeing in my brain, based on what images I'm associating this feeling with, or I don't want to say it's not association, it's deeper than that. So that, because it's an experience, it's something that happens. It's not an association. It's just is. Like, it's just my brain in my life. Like, I don't know how to, like, it just is. It's simple. It's not an association. It's just simple, and it is my life. Like, it is the way I live. Like, it's what I see. It is my experience. Like, my experience of having a feeling with someone or having like a feeling of love, or having a feeling of anger, or having a feeling of happiness is a color and a picture, or a color, a picture, and a sound. Or that is my experience of that feeling. I will have that feeling, and then it will also have a color on my brain. I'll also have a sound in my brain. I also have a texture in my brain. I also have a picture in my brain. Like, that is my life. Like, that is part of my day-to-day experience. Sometimes when I'm feeling a feeling, I see the picture, obviously, because that is part of my feeling. That's part of my experience in life. I'm seeing a picture, and so sometimes I don't even have words to put to that picture or feeling, but I understand it. Like, for example, let's say I were to see a picture of a star. Like, I wouldn't really know. Sometimes I can't put words to that feeling or texture or whatever I see, but my brain understands it in a way. Like, I know in my gut, like, I can understand what that means, whether I don't have words to it or not. I know. Like, everyone's so different. God, I could talk about my personal experiences forever, with each type of different synesthesia types, but God, another big one that I experience all the time is I experience feeling to physical touch. So I actually have a few friends that very, very, every single time they're in my presence, or every single time I have, actually, one of the people that I experience this with every single time without fail, whenever I watch one of her videos, or whenever I see her on Instagram, or whenever I talk to her in person, her name is Anna Smith, and you should go follow her you should go subscribe to her on YouTube, because she is one of my really great friends. But every time I'm in her presence, I experience a physical touch in my body. So I experience my shoulders will relax, like, completely. Her energy makes me experience, like, my shoulders will, like, completely untense. I don't have it's not like just a relaxing feeling. It's literally like my shoulders were like literally untense, like, immediately. Like, it's not like this like relax, oh, she's just relaxing to be around. No. It's like her energy literally like gives me the sensation of my shoulders releasing tension, and it's really cool. And I also, my friend, another friend of mine does this very consistently. So every single time I watch videos of them, or I hear them sing, or especially if I hear them sing or talk, or if I'm around them long enough on the internet, like if I'm like watching their video enough, then I start to get these sensations. And that can happen with random people, and some friends I have that happens with sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, but it's just like certain energies like that can give me sensations like that. One time my professor, he like walked by next to me, and I started to get this like poke, like people, it started to feel like people were poking my arm, just stuff like that. It can get crazy, it can get really crazy, but it means my senses are crossed, so I experience sensory things, at the same time. So yeah, I could talk about this for eons. If you have synesthesia, please comment below. If you have synesthesia, please let me know. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to sit here and talk about what my life is like. And I gave you all those pictures and definitions. Yeah, it's a crazy ride. I could sit here and talk for hours. Again, when I search synesthesia on YouTube, I barely find anyone personal. I found maybe 2 personal experiences, and they weren't even deep personal experience. Like, they didn't go super in depth into their personal experience. And I wanted more. Like, I want to know more, because this is me. Like, this is part of me, and I want to know I want to learn things about this that I didn't know about. So if this helps you in any way, shape, or form, please comment below, and I just share this with your friends, share it with people, because I just think this is something people need to know more about, because it's not talked about enough. It really isn't. Like, men with synesthesia are actually more uncommon because there's something that happens in your genetic makeup when you start to become a gender that the DNA assigns you as. It actually usually, if you have synesthesia, it actually usually switches to female because of some sort of genetic makeup. And actually a lot of babies that have synesthesia who end up being male actually end up dying. So like, because of some weird like imbalance or something. And I was reading, God, I'll probably find it and like put it in one of my other videos, but like, yeah, it's crazy. So later on, I also want to put my experiences, like I want to start vlogging and doing vlogs of me going through my day-to-day life. And I kind of want to like, I haven't figured out how to do this yet, but I want to put in these vlogs how I see, like what I see when I'm going through life, like how I think, and I want to put like the colors I see and all of the blocks and everything that I see in my brain while I'm going through life and while I'm just doing my day-to-day stuff, so you can literally see what I'm seeing as I'm experiencing it. Because this is an experience that I have all the time, 24/7, I can't turn it off. So when I am trying to focus on something, or when I'm trying to listen to words being said, or when I'm trying to like understand something, sometimes I need it said again because I can't understand it completely, or I can't look at the person because I'm seeing all, in addition to experience and to taking in every single thing that they're saying to me, I also am seeing colors and pictures and letters and numbers, or not letters, never letters, but like just I was spewing out things. I'm seeing colors, pictures, sounds like in my brain while I'm trying to comprehend what they're saying, so that can be really overwhelming. So because if I were to look at you, I can see I get more of an intense experience with your energy in front of me, and then I can't understand the words you're saying. So I have issues with that, with looking people in the eye. And I also then in my acting, I'll like kind of deflect because of my synesthesia, and it'll kind of cause me to deflect because it's just so much for me to handle, and it's goddamn, this is my life and I love it. So come join me and we'll talk about synesthesia and colors and my life. Goodbye!